All right, welcome to day 15. Day 15. Now today's gonna be more of a lesson than drawing because it was something I thought about when I woke up this morning, and I said that's kind of important. So let me do that and throw that in here as a lesson versus a drawing. Now my voice might sound a little crackly because it's early and I just got up. And I said let me jump on the drawing table. And this is just my voice. I'm sorry. Just somebody wrote in one day and said something about, man, you sound like you were crying. Is there something you need? I'm here for me. I'm here for you. Just write to me if you need something. And it's like, dude, that's just my voice. And the more I talk, the drier my throat gets. I just have a dry throat all the time. So I always carry some water with me wherever I go. So anyway, that's just my voice. That's why I'm not a singer. I am an artist. So what we're going to do today is gesture drawings. You know, that's the only two ways to become a great artist is one, to draw constantly, and two, to do a lot of gesture drawings. I got my fingers out. I should have did that. One, to draw constantly. Two, to do gesture drawings. So what is a gesture? A gesture is, in Brian's layman's language, is a quick motion of the hand or body to convey emotion, thought, or a feeling. So basically, if you say, where's the ketchup at? Oh, it's over there. It's over there. That's a quick gesture. Or, have you seen my wallet? I've seen it. That's just a quick gesture. And that's the same way you do when you are drawing. A lot of people, when they draw, they have to, and I'm trying to get this thing lined up. They have to draw perfectly the first time. So I'm putting the black here so to focus on the black. I think I'm gonna just get a black paper or black border or something. So yeah, they as soon as they put that pencil down, they have to draw so slow and get it so right, and then they mess up and then they're frustrated. Don't do that. A gesture is just like that. Now when you go, if you ever go to a art school or college or something like that, higher education learning kind of system, they're going to have you do a lot of gesture drawings, or they should. Some of the higher ones will. Now, I taught myself to draw when I was young, so as I got older, I decided to, I wanted to better myself. So I went to college for like a year, and life got in the way. And all they did was throw things down. Okay, draw this. You see how the shadow falls on that? They'll, stack stuff up. If you went to college, you know what I'm saying. And then, okay, draw that. Look at this and draw this. And look at the direction. And it's like, teach me how to draw. Don't just tell me, throw stuff in my face and say, draw it. So I have never heard of anyone saying, okay, look at this. Look at this thing first. What shape is it? You have three major shapes. Everything is going to be one of those three major shapes. Master these shapes, and then you will be able to draw everything. Nobody's ever said that. They're just like, okay, look at this, stack this, and the way the shadow is falling. So I had like a year of that, and I couldn't do it anymore because, as I said, life got in the way, so I didn't argue with life. But one of the things is you have to master your gesture drawings. As I was saying, people always, they start out, oh, got it perfect, and don't ever, ever, ever start out drawing the head. If you're drawing the whole body, the head is not going anywhere. You can draw the body here, your leg, and then you put your head there, the size that you want it. Somebody wrote and asked me that. They said, oh, I could always draw my head too big or too small. And that's probably because that person was drawing the head first. Draw your body first. Your head is not going anywhere like your arms and legs. So even this is kind of like a gesture drawing. But you should take one day. If you're drawing every day, take one day and just draw without your eraser or draw without purpose. Don't draw and say, oh, I'm going to finish this. This is going to be good. I'm going to put this up on the wall. No, just draw any little thing and everything without thinking about it, without trying to make it perfect. And that's one of the only ways you're going to get good. You have to be not afraid of your skills. I'm afraid to mess up. I'm afraid. If you're afraid of anything, you won't put your 100% into it. You won't put your heart into it because you're always afraid that you will fail at it. So you can't do that when you're drawing. Draw, take one day out of the week, and just draw for fun. Have fun. Say, oh, I don't care how this comes out. Because what it is loosening up your hand. And if your hand is so tight, if you clench up on that pencil like if you playing baseball, you choke up on the bat. It's like, don't do that. Or when you're driving, they say don't hold the wheel so tight because you're so nervous. Same thing with drawing. So enough of my wisdom. Let's get into some gesture drawing, and I'll show you what I'm saying. So like I said, a gesture drawing is like one or two quick lines to show direction or emotion. You know, if I did like that, you say, oh, that's kind of angry. But you know, if I'm doing something like this, you would say, oh, that's kind of like the wind or maybe a road. What do you see with that? The road going this way and a curve, you know. So you're gonna have to be loose with your drawings. So I printed a couple pictures that I drew a while back, and we're gonna use these pictures as some quick gesture drawings. And I printed these, and I was like, well, you know what? I'm not gonna throw these away because that was my ink. I could have printed them in black and white, but for y'all, I used my ink up. So we're gonna use some of these as gesture drawings, and it's just staying loose. And since I have it, I did a couple of them. I think these are on, I would say, my first season of drawings. Yeah, on my channel. But since I had them out, I said I'll show you the drawings. So these were not gesture drawings. These were just drawings because I was drawing characters, which I don't do anymore because I would rather put my time into doing my characters, my samurai clown or some of my other characters, which I'll show later. But I was just showing you guys, art students, how to draw and see like negative spaces, like the spaces in between the arm and the spaces in between the legs and the boots and so forth. So this was basically just, as I said, just some lessons that I was teaching. And I said, since I'll use these, I'll show the pictures off. And the way people just don't think, oh, he doesn't draw, you know, the whole full picture. No, I draw the full picture. It's easier to show you how to draw not the full picture, if you understand what I'm saying. And then when you can put the clothes on it and so forth. So let's get started with this gesture drawing. So I got them in order of what I wanted to have. I'll throw the Wolverine in there too. Start from easy to kind of a little harder. Wolverine in there. No, Deadpool's last. So we're going to take this Superman here. And let me get my paper now. So doing a gesture drawing, sorry this is a small print. It's a small print. I'm using a pencil, so I'm not going to be able to see too well in the beginning. Get a darker pencil. Regardless, it's going to be reflective. So when you look at something and you only have a few lines to show what that something is, what would those lines be? When you look at it, mostly it's like the direction line, the motion, the direction that it's going in, and then whatever else comes out of it. So if I'm drawing this in just a few lines, my first line is going to be like this, the center line here, then your shoulders, then an arm, and bring that down a little bit more. And that kind of conveys what I see. And then you have the head here, right there. And if you're good enough, you can kind of like see a man like floating, and I'll even bend the arms a little bit, bring that in. And that gives you more power. So you need to do this when you start gesture drawing. Find some things like people skateboarding, maybe some gymnasts. What else? There was something else that I was saying. People that the bodies are twisted and turned, and then start doing these quick gesture drawings of that. And that just, it loosens the hand up. You're not like doing this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my clock, my phone. This is why I have my phone here. And we're going to do some like 30-second drawings to 3-minute drawings to loosen up. So I'm going to have the picture here, and hopefully you guys can be able to see it. And I'll kind of like show you, because the more time you have, the more detail you can do. The less time you have, the less detail you can do. But you have to finish that picture within that time limit. So let's just, and we'll come back to all of them and give you like a 30-second draw. So let's just do this Cyclops real quick. And these are statues. These are not drawings. These are statues. So a quick gesture drawing for the Cyclops would be the same thing. I'm going down the middle. Like that is the arm, and then the head, like that. That's how you would do the drawing, especially if you only have a few seconds to do that. Then later on, so you have the basic directions, then you come out with the body, the arm, and this is actually up. That's why you draw light, and then you have your hand, your head is looking up, your leg is here, the other leg is here, the other leg is there, and then you start to see the picture come through. And this is what you have to do when you do gesture drawings. And then you just build up from there. You start building up, adding more detail, staying loose and loose and loose until you finally have that final product or that final drawing. And I'm looking for a pen. Let me get a bigger pen to where you can go ahead and ink that. You'll know what lines you're going to use out of these. All these messy lines, you'll kind of know what lines you're going to use, because these are going to be the lines that are closest to what you're doing. And then from there, you can even do more detail, depending on the amount of time you have. But you have to do these gesture drawings. So we're going to do a couple of them. We're going to start out with, since this is your beginning time, we're going to start out with like 60 seconds drawing. So let's do one more, and then we'll start doing this. This should be a short video. It should be a short video. So again, Wolverine, gesture drawing, not seeing the head, not seeing the arms or the claws. You're seeing an overall picture of this guy. And right off the bat, I see that he's leaning down. So that's going to be kind of my first line. He's leaning down like this. He's leaning down. You get the shoulders. The shoulders are like this. The arms are coming down and up. This other arm is coming down and out. So, and it's kind of like drawing a stick figure. And I show people how to take a stick figure and then draw a real figure. So this leg is going to come down and out, and this leg is going to be like right here and here. Then put the head. Now that's a stick figure gesture drawing. Now a lot of people, when they draw a stick figure, they do, how do you draw a stick figure? They do like this. I think it's like this, the old stick figures. But if you change that and you make that a T or an I, then you put the arms down here, and then you put the legs down here. Then you have this that comes down here. You can, if you don't make it too long, so you can take this, put the V down the bottom, extend the legs, circle here, circle there, arm, arm, other half of the arm, other half of the arm, neck. And then you're much, much closer to drawing the anatomy than you were doing anything else. And then what I show is the beetle technique from there, doing that, making everything round. You have the tuna can, which is like right here. And these are just the words that I use. And I'll bring that house up because that's naturally long. Like I said, just not keep making it too long. You'll be able to do that. This is the upside down house. And this is what I'm saying about art teachers not showing you how to do shapes first. When you were young, they taught you what a square, circle, and triangle was, but they should have had you draw that a million times over and over and over, and then you would be a great artist. And your legs, and then the more shapes you add to that, the easier it will become. The easier it will become. The easier it is to come. I cannot draw in ink. I can draw in ink, draw and talk. I cannot ink and talk. I don't know why. Because I know ink is like the final product, and if you mess up with ink, you're through. So the brain just won't allow me to ink and talk at the same time. So anyway, I lost thought on what I was saying. So like the more you do, the closer you become to being able to draw simply from drawing that stick figure. It's just adding to that, adding those shapes to that you need. So if somebody said, oh, this is why he always has these messy drawings, he uses so many lines. That's right, because I want to stay loose. You have to stay loose at all times. And this is why I don't draw dark. I don't start out with a pencil and draw dark. I remember one guy was doing one of my videos, and I think he was using an ink pen. Because he wrote back and he was mad. He was like, you didn't say you had to change this. And I was like, I think he did say he was using the pen. I wrote him back. I was like, why did you use an ink pen? So, and then this curves in, and this curves in and sucks out, and then you have that, and you have this. This is more of a circle, and this is more this cylinder, and this one goes back, and this one goes back as well. So, understanding the shapes of something makes it easier for you to draw. I mean, it's really, really simple. The one thing you have to not do in the beginning is, okay, let me get this face. The curves like this and the curves like, just be loose. Throw some circles in there. Throw your ovals in there. Throw all your stuff in there and then keep on rolling. Keep on rolling. If you're going to ink it, well, you're going to do a final pencil anyway. So you just draw lightly and then the rest of your, draw lightly in the beginning and then you go at the very end, you say, okay, here's the line that I want to keep, this line, and I want to keep that line, and like that. So just as long as you're drawing light, one reason why I draw in the red pencil, because it does not have the glare, and yeah, it doesn't have the glare basically. So I'm drawing this like this is the part of the gesture drawing. No, it's not, but I'm showing you how simple it is. Once you get these gestures in there, you start seeing it as shapes instead of seeing it as, oh, this is the left leg. No, I don't care if it's the left leg or the right leg or the whatever leg. It's just a shape. Find that shape in there and then draw that shape and then add those extra curves or those extra muscles or those extra whatever you have in there to make that picture look like you want it to look. So doing gesture drawings makes life simple. It makes life a lot easier, Okay, so let's get into the gesture drawings. So in the beginning, I'll give you 60 seconds to draw. Now I can probably knock them out in 60 seconds because I'm used to it. But each one we're going to do 60 seconds and then we're going to come back for like a 30-second and then maybe 10 seconds. Like I say, since it's your first time, 60 seconds on the clock. And you can do this. You need to take a day and do this. Like I said, you need to take a day and just, oh, now you know my phone pattern. Uh-oh. You need to take one day and do this. Let's say 60 seconds. Let's just go 1 minute. "59 seconds, 0. Okay, there's the 1 minute. Obviously, as you see, I don't use this timer a lot. So since this, let's stick this over here. That's kind of in my way. So here's my Superman. We've got 1 minute on the clock. Did I say 1 minute? Yeah, we'll do 1 minute. 1 minute should be plenty of time to loosen you up. So the less time you have, the more loose you're going to have to get. So 1 minute, we're going to start. Now we're going to draw the Superman. If you can see the Superman, hopefully you can see it. Let's see if I put the light on it. You might be able to see a little better. But then you won't see the clock, the timer. Let's try that. Maybe in editing it'll come out better. So the other pictures are bigger. So let's get started on the 1 minute Superman rough sketch. And you know, do this as well. You see the picture right here. Get you some paper and then do it as well, just because. All right, so let's start. 60 seconds on the clock. So as I said, the gesture, I'm going to come down here and it's going to be this. Then it's going to be his arms. You gesture the way you gesture. "30 seconds on the clock." It doesn't make a difference if you finish it or not, but try to get as close as you can to it. It's not about perfection. It's about keeping your hands loose. So I'll move that over a little bit. And his chest is there. Since I have some more time, I can add a little more detail to it. 5 seconds on the clock. Come down here. This is the crotch. And time is up. Okay, I said time is up. Dismiss. All right, so in 60 seconds, this is what I got. This is what I got out of the Superman. Keeping loose, keeping your hands going. You're looking back and forth at the pictures. You're not saying, oh, the shoulder. You come back. If you're doing this and you come back and you see that shoulder is a little bit, off, then once you come back and just add some more lines to that shoulder. That shoulder's too low, or that shoulder's too high, it's too short. Then you just come back and you add to it, or take from it, or do what you got to do. All right, next picture. I'm going to do this Cyclops. I'm going to flip this over because this is nothing I'm going to keep. And whenever you do those days when you're drawing just to draw to have fun, draw it on some old crap paper or use it back, because I want you to throw it away. Because if you keep it, that means you cared about it in some way, and then you're not supposed to care about anything on that particular day. So hopefully you can see that Cyclops. Let's see the light. Bring it up a little bit. That might be good, might be bad. All right, so anyway, let's hit this again. 1 minute on the clock. So we're going to do all these in 1 minute. Then we're going to go for 30 seconds. And then we're going to do like a 3-minute one. So 1 minute on the clock. We start. All right. First thing I see is like the center line again, which is this. The center line, and his shoulders are like tilted a little bit and come down here. There's got one leg going back, one leg here and down. So it's like put a head, one arm coming down like this. And if you notice, as I say, it's kind of like the stick figure almost. So then I'll add like the chest to it, circle down the tuna can and the upside down house. Those are the 3 major components to drawing. Delt, arm, 23 seconds left. Up, and I see I was talking instead of drawing, and kind of like adding too much detail because I need to be finished. The foot, the hand, the other hand, the chin is going up a little bit. The neck, 4 seconds. Other arm, here. All right, 4 seconds. Dismiss. Now, 30 seconds, that's what I got. Staying loose. Pretty close. Pretty close. Let's move on. Let's keep going. Keep this ball rolling. Change papers. Wolverine, which I just kind of did already. So 30 seconds on the clock for Wolverine. Oh, wait a minute. Did you not see the clock? I'm sorry. My bad. Let's see. I will push this over. I can pull back on the camera. Let me do that. All right, let's try it without the light. Let's just see if you guys can see it without the light. You should be able to. It's not necessarily that you see all of the phone, but you should see all of the picture and all of the drawing paper. All right, so we're going to do this Wolverine. 30 seconds on the clock. Kind of look at it and start. All right. As I said, he's curved. That center line is curved and got a little curve here. The shoulders come around. The arm is here. The other arm is there. The leg is here. The other arm is here. So I'll put that in here, that little chest in here, that little tuna can, the upside down house. This is just a circle. 34 seconds. This here. There. This one goes back, comes here is the fist. 23 seconds left. There's the head. The neck goes down, the shoulder comes up, the shoulder's way up in his head, or that head is even lower. 13 seconds. The shoulders here, circle, or the shoulders here, delts here, circle. 7 seconds. The hand, make this leg, with this foot, with the foot right here, which is a triangle. 1 second, and that's it. Dismiss. So 30 seconds, this is what I got. We're gonna go down to like 15 seconds, the next one. I don't know if I said it, but we're going to drop down and do these again in less time to get your hands going. All right, Batman, the Batman. Do this on the back. Give you a second to get your paper ready. So, seeing the picture, I know it's a little dark. It's probably going to be lighter in editing. It should be a little lighter in editing. So, here we go. on the ready and start. Don't worry about the cape. Don't worry about the cape. So right now, notice his shoulders is tilted. His shoulders are tilted like this, and it's at the center line. That one leg that goes back. This other leg that comes like down, curve a little bit. This one arm, and this one arm here. This one goes into his leg. So from there, I will do the chest, the other arm, the head about right here. This delt. The arm comes down into that hand. This is the upside down house. That leg goes back, 27 seconds. This leg is almost straight, almost straight. Let's say this hand goes down here, 19 seconds. This is the center line. His shoulder is way back here, which his head is down into his shoulder. Let's see that line here, this hand, 7 seconds. Lat's probably not going to be seen, and then that leg, it's on the tip of that leg, 1 second, and we stop. 60 seconds. That was kind of more of a rough one right there, because a lot of it's black, but if you have more time, you could get more detail or perfect detail into it. But it's not about perfect detail, it's about keeping your hands loose as you draw. All right, let's jump into the next one. Like I said, we're going to come back for 30 seconds for all of these. Thor. All right, am I running out of paper? I am, but it's okay. Get some more. All right, without even thinking, let's jump into the Thor. 30 seconds, and here we go. 30 seconds. I ended up looking at my monitor to make sure that things were working. I'm still recording. Okay, we got this curve, and I see this hand right here, and this other hand is like that, and this leg goes up, and this other leg is behind the rock. So we got this curve, and his head is here too. So then I'll do the chest circle, which took too long. The can, his waist, hips. The other leg goes down. This leg goes up. Down 27 seconds. You see the bicep here. It goes up, and then there's the hammer hand. This one is coming, so the hand is right here with that thumb, fingers, cylinder, shoulder, 11 seconds. His head is tilted. You don't see the bottom, it's tilted. There's the neck, there's that center line, as you can, a foot, but I'm going to put a foot here anyway. There's the rocks here. Okay, stop. All right, there it is. Now, if I had more time, I would have brought him up. I would have brought him up more instead of a lean. But if you're drawing comics, the more you lean something, the more action it is. So that's a good thing. All right, keep going. Let's keep going. This is class. You didn't think you want to have class today, but you're having class today. So as I said, the other one's going to be real quicker. We're going to be real quicker. So we got this, and then a Deadpool. So Spider-Man. Spider-Man's going to be a little more tricky for those in the beginning, but still, you got a minute to do it. So, put my thing back on so you can see it, and here we go. 1 minute. So, of course, again, he's leaning like that. I got that curve in that back. Got this one leg. This one foot is here. That goes back, and it connects to the bottom. There's that other foot. Shoulders are rounded. I got that one arm here. The other arm right here, and I throw that head about right in here. Then I'm going to use it more of a triangle for this guy right here, through the whole body, curve the whole body. This right here, just put like a square, just to show me where that bottom is. Running out of time. Here's the leg connected to that bottom of that little square. 18 seconds. There's the other one coming up, down the foot. Got this. Get that arm. 11 seconds. That hand. Delt, bicep, tricep, and that hand is around 4 seconds. The neck and the head is tilted more forward, and stop. Cancel that, dismiss. So 30 seconds. That's what I got. I don't know what you got, but send me some. Send me some at my email. Email's gonna be right here. Let me see what you got in the 30 seconds. Or in the 1 minute. Like I said, we're gonna do 30 seconds next. Deadpool's the last one, and we're going to do these in 30 seconds, and we're going to draw one in like 5 minutes or less. 5 minutes, because I don't want to eat your time up, because I wanted this to be not like an hour video. So, Deadpool, 1 minute. Deadpool. Deadpool's another one because you got to like the twist. You got to do that foreshortening to it. So without getting too nervous and thinking too much, let's just get into it. 1 minute. So I see his shoulder going down. You got the curve right here. Ends here. The hand. Let's put his hand right here. That there. You're not going to see the other hand. The leg down like this and back. This other leg is here. It's more of a circle. And then like that, and the head is tilted. So now at that point, I do the chest, the waist, and the hips. Got one leg. This other leg here. 24 seconds. The foot is kind of like pointed up. As I say, you don't see that. You see a little bit of the delt right here. The head comes down more. 15 seconds. So this little square for this gun. My pencil needs to be sharpened. A little more detail on the arm. That delt right here. 6 seconds. The center line goes around here. Give me a little more lax. Less that. And there you go. Dismiss. So, Deadpool in 60 seconds. So, I'm going to get a couple more pieces of paper. And then we're going to do these in 30 seconds. Let's do these 15 seconds. 15 seconds. That way, you definitely get your hands loose. Sharpen my pencil and get another piece of some more paper, and then we'll get back into it. All right, so here's the thing. We're going to do this in 15 seconds. Let me drop this down to 15 seconds. And if you're not finished the picture in the time allowed, then you're not doing something right. You're doing something wrong. You're still too tight. If you just got a head and an arm and that's as far as you got in 60 seconds, then you're not loose. The whole purpose of this is to loosen yourself and to get it where you're really not caring about trying to do detail. You're just trying to loosen your hand up. That's number one. And then get the form down to where it looks close enough for somebody to say, oh, this is a guy. Was he running or walking? And he's got this one hand out. He's pointing at somebody. But if I had finished this, square that off, then you would say, oh, it looks like he has a gun or something in his hand. It's like this thing. It looks like either somebody's like falling or jumping up or whatever. This one could look like somebody's trying to take a step, and maybe because he's got his hand back, it could be like punching. This one, you can basically recognize him for something. This one looks like maybe he's taking a step forward, and maybe he's yelling. If you didn't know it was a Cyclops, you're thinking he's like yelling out, "Mom, what time is dinner?" So, yeah, that's the whole purpose. Finish these. So you have 15 seconds on these, and we want these finished enough to where you know what it is, or somebody can kind of figure out what it is. 15 seconds is not long. So if it took you forever, 15 seconds, not long. All right, let's get into it, and then we'll just keep on going. Finish the whole thing. I don't care if it's all off the paper, you need to finish it in 15 seconds. And let's go. Seven seconds, 4 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Now, you at least know this is a man. He got 2 legs, 2 arms. This is kind of tilted, and he's got a head. You at least know that it's something or somebody, and because of where the feet is, he's floating, more than likely. Or you're looking at a down shot, which is not, but this is the way it came out in 15 seconds. All right, next one. We're not going to analyze it too much, but you need to have finished it as best you can. And if you're not having fun, then you're not loose. It's about you're letting your skills come. It's unlocking that door to let your skills out. You gotta have fun when you draw. You gotta have fun. If it ain't fun, then it's work, and work is no good because who wants to work the rest of their life? All right, 15 seconds. This might be a little difficult. Here we go. Four seconds already. 3, 2, 1. Not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. I know a lot of people are like, it's impossible. It's not impossible if you're loose, if you just loosen up, loosen up. Don't care so much about it. You're not going to show this to your best friend or your mom and dad or your wife or your husband or whatever. You're just trying to get the hands loose. So when I go back and I really start drawing this guy, for real, my hand is so loose, it's flowing, that everything is just going to come out so good because I'm not tight. I'm not tight. I'm not worried about, something, not looking good. I can make it look good because I have the talent to make it look good. But for now, I'm just trying to get it on the page. So it won't take an hour, 2 hours to draw something that should take, 5 minutes. That's all it is. All right, next picture. This is Wolvie again. So you've already had practice on these pictures already, so it shouldn't be that hard. Here we go, 15 seconds, go. Seven seconds. 2 seconds. That hand, give me the hand, that's it. Still not too shabby, not too shabby. You can still see what I got going on. You can see what's going on. So let's keep on rolling, let's keep on rolling. You should do a whole day of these things. Just find something on the site, like I said, some acrobats or some whatever, or just even some pictures of Spider-Man. Just go to Google and just Google a bunch of pictures of Spider-Man because he's twisted and turned, and just do those. Do like 1 minute for every picture you see, just all day to get your hands so loose. The next day you cramped up because you're just so loose. All right, Wolverine, let's go to the next one. Here's the Batman again. Hopefully you can see that. You should be able to see that. I can see it at certain angles. All right, 15 seconds. Let's roll. That leg. And notice I started square. I took the whole thing and made it square. I didn't do the center line because when you start getting looser, then you find ways to do stuff. There you go. 15 seconds. Dismissed. Still got that kind of lean to it. You got that hand coming. You got the other hand back. There's one leg here and there's one leg down, and you got your head, which should be down, but that's all right. 15 seconds. Moving on, moving on. Got 2 on that drawing. Turn your paper over. Save some paper. Use some old notebook paper or something like that, or whatever. Toilet paper, napkin, whatever. You're not going to keep it anyway. Batman, you out. We got the Thor. 15 seconds on the clock. Pull this down. And go. 12 seconds. Leg, the other leg is straight. This hand goes back and up. This hand comes out. This hand is right here. 4 seconds. Here, the head is tilted. Open that leg up, and that's it. Oh, cancel that. Dismiss that. So, if you're not getting 90% of this down, then you're still too tight. You're like, oh, wait a minute. You can always rewind this and do it again. So, you should be doing this again and again and again and again. All right, so let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling. We got 2 more. We got Spider-Man and Deadpool. Then we're going to take one and do maybe 5 minutes. Maybe 5 minutes. Maybe that might be too long. So here we go. Spider-Man on the ready. And go. So I'm going to start with the shoulders. I'm going to give that curve. That one leg up. The 1 foot here. The knee is bent. Coming down. 7 seconds. This hand is there. This hand is up. And then there's the head. 3 seconds. There's no time for the draw detail. There it is. That's rough. That's a rough sketch. That's a gesture drawing right there. That's an A for the day. If you did something like that, better thing is I should have darkened the foot. If I had time to do that, it would have been a lot better. But that would have been like 20 seconds. Give me a few more extra seconds. I could have got that. All right, last one. Deadpool. Deadpool. 15 seconds on the clock. And let's go. Shoulder. Curve of the body. Curve of the body. I'm doing the body first, and there's the leg. I'm just taking these into ovals. 6 seconds. This is here. This is the hand. Fit that hand. 2 seconds. The other hand is the head. And stop. So, yeah. 15 seconds. It can be done. It can really be done, but you just got to be loose. You got to be loose. Practice that at least once a week. Draw for fun, and then draw a lot of gesture stuff. And gesture stuff should be fun. All right, let's take one picture and then do like a quick gesture, and 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes goes pretty quick. So which one do we want to do? Which one do we want to do? I don't want to do anything hard, too hard. I'm leaning toward the Cyclops. Spider-Man would probably be a little too hard. Superman is a little too easy. Batman is too dark. Thor, you're missing some leg. And Deadpool has got that little twist to him, which makes him a little harder. So let's do, and Superman is just too easy. I forgot to do Superman. He was just too easy to do. He was trapped under all those papers, so I forgot about him. So other than the coat being dark, you should be able to see him and everything about him. I like the statue. I want to buy the statue, but it tends that when I buy stuff, they just kind of like sit on the shelf. When something else I wanted to buy is like $500, and I'm thinking $500. What can I do with $500? I could fill up my refrigerator with groceries. All right, let me zoom in. All right, we zoomed in. I still want to get the phone, but I want you to see the picture more than anything else because you got 5 minutes, which gives you time. So if I could put the phone, I'll put the phone about right there. All right, 5 minutes. 5, counting down. Come on, phone. Obviously, I don't use this a lot. I don't. All right, 5 minutes. Now we get the Cyclops. Let me push the Cyclops over so I can get room to draw. Don't worry about that foot. Some people are like, I can't see the foot. Okay, now you can see the foot. Sharpen your pencils if you need be. I think I'm going to switch to a lighter pencil. And then let's get on with the Cyclops. 5 minutes, and here we go. Start. 5 minutes. Remembering what you did already. Remember your gesture drawing. Can you see that? You should be able to, yeah. See that? Gesture drawing shoulder. Got the arm here. Got the other piece of arm here, and there's the fist. This one comes more of an up angle. This is the center line. So having that torso right here coming down. This is the tuna can. This is really light for me to see. And there is the upside down house. We got this one leg here. 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 23 seconds, plenty of time. The leg is coming down here. And notice that I'm drawing like cylinders and circles for a lot of these things. But I'm gonna go over it with a dark pencil. I'm going to go over it more with a darker pencil later because this is very light for me. The chest is more like in the center line, so I'm gonna come here and it turns a little bit down here at the crotch. Here's the head, the neck. And if you're an old student of mine, you understand the shapes that I'm using, so it makes it like a lot easier to do a drawing. The collarbone, delt, circle. This goes back. This is not too far. And then this one comes down a little right here. Arm is here. I mean, if you have time to draw the coat too. But you should know how the body is. The body, this. We got he's like this. This is the center of the face. He's looking up. It's that neck. That hand comes to that visor. It's the palm. Split the palm. There's this one. Here's the thumb. 2 fingers. The other 2 are bent. Like that. There, 2 minutes, 54 seconds. That kind of went by kind of quick. Is the chest. So I'm going to do the body first and then see if I can get the clothes on. Maybe I'll ink the clothes in 2 minutes. So I've basically got down the form in the time that I had. I really don't need to add muscles because I'm not going to have time to add muscles. Where's my pen? Let me get my other pen. See, I'm wasting like 12 seconds trying to find my pen. So, okay, so we got that. Let's just do this. Close. Right here. Even the close is going to be quick, gesturified. 2 minutes, 14 seconds. Here's my hand. My thumb here. Down here. The belt. Not too much detail because I want to try to get most of this done. 1 minute, 54 seconds. So now we've got a quick speed on the rest of it. Leg, we got little straps here. 1 minute, 43 seconds. The knee, the boots, the other boots, straps. The leg comes here. More stuff on the belt. We got the chest. We got that strap here. We got this coming here, going up, is going across. 1 minute, 18 seconds. We got the chest right here. We got the coat, his neck. Forgot to do his head. I always screw up on heads. I don't know why. We got the finger. 1 minute, 3 seconds. 2 fingers coming in here. 1, 2, pointing to the visor. Well, we got the abs. 50 seconds, 50 seconds. See what I'm missing. Straps on the thing. Where this comes here, this is here, this is black. This is going to be black. 40 seconds. The visor. Got to get that visor because he's not Cyclops without that visor. That nose. 33 seconds. The mouth. There's a little piece right here. Getting a little Cyclops hair. And now 24 seconds now, I would go back and I say, okay, now I can straighten something out. Make this look a little better. His neck, where's the collarbone at? 15 seconds. Maybe I can add some wrinkles here. Add more curves, 8 seconds. We're supposed to be curved here. Curved here, make that boot a little better. Throw that foot in there. Rock, he's throwing a rock, and time is up. Stop, cancel, dismissed. So, in 5 minutes, that's what I got. Not too shabby for 5 minutes. Quick, rough sketch. Because once you get your gestures down, you get your right, then that's the whole battle right there. If you got your proportions right, then you're good to go. Then you could have. So if I had like 10 minutes, and I wasn't using a pen, I would have used a darker pencil, and I would have went back and I would have got my lines in. So 20 minutes, that could have been done. It could have been done and in shadow, maybe even colored in 20 minutes. So you need to do gesture drawings all the time, every day. If you're going to start a drawing that you're going to, maybe you're working on the drawing of one of your characters or your heroes or something, you start it. You say, okay, I'm going to draw this guy today. Before you start it, do some gesture drawings, just like maybe 5 or 6 gesture drawings just to be loose. Draw whatever you might see. If it doesn't have to be a whole body, it could be like a hand or something. Basically, it's just, it doesn't even have to, really look like that hand or whatever. It's just quick drawings to loosen up. That's the whole purpose of gesture drawing, is just to loosen up. So you won't be so stiff when you draw anything. That's it. So today's lesson is over, day 15, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, do this. I hope you did it with me and had a little fun doing it, and you understand about not choking up on the pencil or trying to draw each finger perfectly first, because this is where people get so frustrated because they try and then they mess up on something and they spent an hour just drawing those fingers. And then if they have erased everything because they messed up on a major part, then they get pissed off and then they don't want to draw anymore, and these people will never become artists. So have fun doing it. Do it often. And then, yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.